are those numbers? Wait a minute. Now it's starting. Okay, well that was weird. Anyway, hi. Um, anyway, last time I had like 5 million clips on my channel because I had no space in my phone. I was like 98%. I'm like, oh, a clip, oh, end, oh, end. And I'm like, oh, I must have no storage. So now I have 88% full because I have 17 million pictures in my phone, because I'm one of those people that take a picture and then like have to like speed shot that picture till I get the best one. And then I go through all that and I have a jillion pictures, I find the right one and I don't delete any of the other pictures. So I have 27,000 pictures. Literally, my poor son, I was begging him, please transfer these pictures, and they're still not transferred, long story. Anyway, I was telling you on the last video, at the tail end of that thing about that mogul creep that I knew about my book, and he didn't read it and all that stuff. So anyway, I guess the end of that was like so I jumped through hoops for the dude, right? And I thought he wrote my book at that point. So when I was jumping through hoops, so I gave him the book, manuscript, the everything, you know, the book itself, manuscript, and then I started doing the standard thing on the back end, which is like, you know, if this goes to festival, then with each nomination I get a cut of this. And then if it goes full festival and there's a nomination, then I give this cut, whatever. Well, I think he thought that was very cute. Look, he's playing like producer man. Listen, girl, okay? Don't even go there. So let's put it this way. When I assembled all that information about how I got like totally blown off and engaged with without a reach, a blank, then I wrote him a really, probably the grossest, most detestable email of maybe 6,000. No, it was pretty like crude. But hey, man, you know what? Like, and then you want to chat, whatever. Anyway, not worth the oxygen. I thought of a few things tomorrow or today. It's actually early Tuesday. I think. And so I have a little list of things tomorrow. See, the great thing about this is it's not tidbits like on Facebook. It's like bone marrow. Because I can be here with you guys, I should probably have less ceiling on me, right? But then I'm afraid my phone's gonna fall. Do you know I taped my phone to this frame thingy because it had to go this way enough, and I was terrified my phone was gonna fall off. Boy, I'm so high tech. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna show you like how high tech I am. Ready? Okay, get a load. This is my lighting. See how sophisticated that is. And this is this is my tripod. Oh, look at Sean's tripod. It is a picture frame, a bucket, and a stool. And what other high-tech things do I have in here? Nothing. Okay. So that was funny, haha. What else? Oh, you know, I was just in the kitchen. Okay, now this is really, really, please don't let me creep you out. But I was just in the kitchen with my husband before we went to bed. And there's this ongoing thing that we have, which is dumb and whatever. And so our music is like our life. You're his life, and my music's always been very eclectic. You know, I was like disco, and then I went straight into punk, and then I came out of that. Well, anything in this country is post-punk. Actually, it's not punk because punk was like early '70s in London. So there you go. Quadrophenia, mods. Rockers, punkers, Google it. So anyway, this made me laugh. This is an ongoing joke that I didn't listen to much radio. My music was all over the place. I didn't even watch the videos. Can you believe I was like rah rah Hollywood, rock and roll, everything, music, 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 and I had not probably seen 80% of the videos on MTV. I knew all the lyrics, I knew all the music, but I hadn't seen like half the videos until I met my husband, and he didn't show me some of them that I've never seen until recently. And I didn't want to tell you what those videos were because I should have been seeing them or have seen them. So anyway, so whatever phenomenon, it's just really, you're gonna like want to put me away over this one. So first of all, I have this weird skill, like I can copy signatures. So we all have our weird skills, right? That's not a skill, I can just do it. And I don't use it, I'm not like, forging anything. But I can look at your signature and I go, and then it looks like, just like your signature. The other weird ass skill, weird but whatever, I'm gonna get cold anyway, I don't know these words, is that I can sing. I am not going to cause you unnecessary pain by listening to me sing this. But we have Pandora here, and so this skill is that I can mouth, though I can sing and hum to all these late 80s, early 90s female R&B songs. Do not ask me why. I don't own their CDs. I don't know. I didn't listen to the radio. But let's see if I'm right, or how right I am. So I'm going on Pandora, and my husband has my R&B station. So let's see what it brings up, because it's the R&B female late 80s, early 90s. Okay, so I'm just gonna randomly push whatever R&B female, whatever comes up. I don't know. It could be 80s. Hopefully it's not like recent. So I'm gonna push it, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm not gonna embarrass any of us on this planet, including the tiny creatures, because if I sang it, it would be, we would all come to a fiery end, and none of us want that. And so I don't want to hum it because I cannot sing, to save my life, but I can mouth it, so you can kind of get the idea of how I know these things that I should not know, because there's no reason for me to know these things. So let's see me mouth it. Where are we at? 7 minutes. We should be good. I'm going to try and keep these things like, unless you want 40-minute ones, I'll try to keep like 10 minutes, I guess, or whatever, so you all don't get sick of me. But anyway, okay, random R&B. Okay, click, play. Okay, now I'm going to do this mouthing thing. Just, why? It's this dumb skill, and it's an inside joke, and you're my friends, and I thought it was funny, and it's early Tuesday, and why the F not? So, Pandora, R&B, let's see what it brings up. Mickey Howard. Well, okay, I think I can do Mickey Howard. Shut up. Okay, here we go. Ready? Okay, here we go. Weird, huh? I have no idea where this comes from. What is going on? I don't know. Okay. Totally weird. Totally weird. Oh. There we go. Okay, so it's over and it's embarrassing, and I don't know why I did that, but isn't that fun? Or weird? Anyway, it's weird, right? Sure enough. Okay. So, have I completely embarrassed myself? Probably not since I was a drag queen. And that's a long story. I was a drag queen, whatever, from, I don't know, whatever, 92 to 94. I did it for a reason, because I like drag, and also because I had this weird hunch that I could get into writing by getting into the LA Underground and getting into what they call F-word mags. You know what that means in the gay and in just arena. So I did drag, and it was tacky drag, and I had branding of being horribly tacky, and I was, you know, not drinking, not drugging, but I was raising buku hell. But I did it because I wanted to write, okay? So I made like this C-list, B-list, like on the magazines, like, ooh, it's on the A-list, B-list. Of what? Are we like small fish in a big pond? Yeah, we are. But anyway, it was cool. It was a cool period. Long story longer, as usual. So I did drag, and you know, whatever. And then people wanted to write about my drag. And then I weaseled my way into those people. And then, long story short, Jackie Beat, who is probably like, I don't know, the second most famous drag queen in the country, maybe top 5, whatever, was an editor of one of these F-word mags. Long story. So we knew each other from drag, and she's like, hey Sean, why don't you write video reviews for this, what was called, I can't even say it, whatever, but it existed. And I said, so why don't you write little, you know, video tidbits or whatever. It was called video verdicts. So I started writing, and I love movies. I graduated with honors in communications because of film study. And, you know, there was that miserable USC failure. on the pilot episode. And so, where was I? Oh yeah, so blah blah drag and write, and so I'm writing these video verdicts, and I am having a frigging blast because I can pick all the tackiest cult movies and I can just go to town. You know, I get relaxed, get my music going, watch the movie, take notes. But every note is like a slash and burn hysterical quip. So I did that and I did that, and then I did more of that, and then they asked me to do like a column in another one. And then Jackie took me to another one and had me do more sort of video, movie, whatevers. And then another one called Forefront took me on, and long story short, I had a 2-page spread, center spread column in that magazine for almost a year. Point being, because there's never any friggin' point with me, is that little draggy writing in foot in the door, 20 years later, 10 years, 15 years later, made me one of I was an in-demand grant writer and professional letter writer. And I also was actually director of 3 divisions, corporate divisions. This is how far I fell out of the industry. And it was in transportation. Wow, doesn't that sound exciting and creative? Not, like really not. Like low-key, not interesting. So, oh yeah, so anyway, so that's why I basically became a grant writer, because I was a drag queen. And I wanted to do this shit. I wanted to do lip syncing, not really, but you know, I want to be like, oh, emote my dragness somehow, so I'll remember it, or it'll be on video or whatever. Well, it never was. Now it is, but I wasn't in drag, but I lip sync, and it was just because I have this weird skill. I can imitate people's signatures. I do not forge anything, okay? And I know we don't know that, but I guess disclaimer, I don't use the signature skill, and this weird knowing the lyrics and to all these late 80s, early 90s R&B female artists. Whatever, everything is whatever, story of my life is whatever, but it's fun and it's funny and it's weird, and I just thought of it in the kitchen. So, early Tuesday after episode 1, following the pilot, this is going to be episode 2 without 17 million cuts, because I now know I have enough storage, and the lighting's pretty good in here, right? I mean, I don't have those like influencer things, but I'm pretty clear, right? You know, it's just enough to hide the inappropriate lighting because I'm 162 years old. Anyway, I have fun with you guys, and I hope you have fun with me. And I'm just going to think of, well, I'm not scripted, so I'm not going to think of anything. But when I'm like, come in this bathroom and do these videos, which it would be cool if it was a series of videos, if you think it would be cool. If you don't think it would be cool and you stop watching them and write me whatever comments, then that's cool. I mean, no biggie. I got that book. I got this other Christmas book. I've got 2 other books, you know. Writing is not always fun. This is fun. So, that's about it. What are we at anyway? 20 minutes. I gave you 20 minutes tonight. I didn't give you 46 minutes. So, let's end it there. And I'm glad I got to share my bizarro skill, because I've never shared that actually with anybody. I have never sat in front of a person with my husband's phone and mouthed Mickey Howard. Ta-da, there you go. There's a first time for everything, and you just got it. I love you guys, and I can't wait to see you again, so it'll probably be tomorrow. I love you again. Bye.